here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're live at Springstead High School in Springfield, Florida to bring you full coverage of the 2021 North Suncoast Media Day for high school football. Tonight's event will feature teams from all over Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco counties. We'd like to thank Andy Villamarzo for coordinating this event, as well as acknowledge the sponsor for tonight, Glory Days Grill on Cortez in Brooksville, Florida. If you dine in or decide to take out, you'll always eat like a champion at Glory Days. To our viewers tonight, if you've not already done so, please confirm you're on the correct stream, as we will be providing simultaneous coverage from 2 different media tables. The team's listings for each stream can be found in the link description. And now we turn it over to Andy Villamarzo.
No?
All right, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the first North Suncoast Media Day here. Guys, first thing, I want to thank everybody for coming out here today to Springstead High School. I want to thank Dustin Kupchak, the athletic director here, for putting this all together. It was something we started talking about, I think, about a month ago, and how quickly this really came together with the schools, bringing the guys here, and you had coaches. I know what you guys got to deal with through a day-to-day basis with training and practices, teaching, and everything. So I appreciate you guys coming out on a Friday night. I know in a couple weeks it'll be Friday night at this time, kicking off. So I thought, why not start at 7 p.m. For a media day. So I'm going to pass it over to Dustin real quick.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. And thank you for kind of tag teaming this with me. And thanks to Coach Manco, Coach Smith, I think, put the bug in your ear and got things rolling. So really want to shout out Glory Days as well. They got some scrums for lesson food in the lobby there for everybody. And they're always great for us. They're always one of our biggest community sponsors. I also want to thank Christian Church in Wildwood. They supplied us with these for free. I was like, hey, you got some? They're like, yeah, can I use them? Yeah, great. So really appreciate them. And then thanks to all the press that is here today. Hopefully we can do this. At the end, let us know what's good, what's bad, and we'll refine it, right, for next year. But thank you all for being here, and I know there's more to come. Super excited for this event and see where this goes. Maybe we trickle it into other sports too. So thank you all, and let's get things rolling.
All right, the first 3 teams we got is Springstead 5A. We'll start off the questions here. If anyone have any opening remarks or any questions that you have for Springstead 5A? I'll go ahead. And Mike's right up there. Ty, I remember your brother playing at Richard High School here. Talk about what your goals would be for this upcoming season, and playing behind having those couple brothers. What did they say to you about having an increased role?
What I want to do is, I want to play a big role in part of my team, and I want to try different things. Probably be better than my brothers. Try to get to the records and their standards and everything else.
For Springstead, Coach Orhana, let's talk about this season. Last year, you guys won a couple games, but obviously that's something I know you guys want to improve on and wait upon. What you guys are going to improve upon offensively and defensively heading into the season?
I feel like defensively we played good football last year. We just couldn't hold on to the ball offensively. And if you don't hold on to the ball and you lose a turnover round each game, you're not going to win many games. So we got to get back to Springstead football, holding on to the football, taking care of the ball, moving the chains, and finishing drives. And then defensively, just getting after it, playing fast, playing physical, playing hard.
Lowe's with the Western County Football website. Question for 5A. Coach Alexander, I believe it is.
It's Coach Bear.
You got to turn it up. Question for you, Coach. So we entered into a new era for 5A this year. Gone is their check. We don't know how much we want. Very in the season. Fortunately, the playoff teams, your team short of 2. So you still were able to secure stayed in 6A, but it's a brand new district, so they're wide open, but it is for only 1 year.
Surely, we're going to try to build on the success of the past, but also look to the future. We are going to be young this year, but it's a good group of young players. We have a lot of good skill players, some linemen returning. And these guys here are a perfect example of that. Nick has shown up every day since he's been a freshman. Same as Lupu and Ty's, constantly having the guidance of his brothers, and being a great teammate and focusing on building on the past, and continuing to build the tradition of 5A.
Coach Sarah, defense, obviously pretty strong. Where do you think strength will be in offense for you guys?
I feel like strength will be in our backfield. I think we're pretty low in the backfield. We have a quarterback that's really taking leadership role in Ferguson, and he takes care of the ball, and takes care of the huddle, and just make sure we're in the right checks and right reads. And we've really asked him to step up and do a lot more this year than we did last year. We had a little mix at quarterback last year. He had some reps, but we fully turned it over to him this year. Guys like, having guys like Cross in the backfield really helped. Having a 4-year guy that, works hard and never misses a day. And along with, several other guys that are up and coming. So I think strength lies in the backfield. Starts out with the quarterback and the running backs.
How you doing, guys? Dave Walker, Federal Free Press. And what I'm looking at here this year, you guys are coming off a bizarre season last year for preparation for COVID. Now that we are back to normal, what is the approach that everyone's taking this year compared to last year compared to this season? Go ahead.
It's almost not all the way back to normal. We've had 4 guys so far out with COVID, like this season. So last year, like you said, was bizarre because we had to quarantine our whole team for the first 2 weeks. So we had to miss our first 2 games and then come back like midweek the next week, and it just didn't work well for us. We didn't have a full spring, we didn't have a full summer, and we do a lot of things in the off season. We do a lot of complex things offensively that requires us a lot of time, and we didn't have any of that last year. Now, like you said, it kind of got back to normal in the spring. So we had a full spring, we've had a full summer. And you'll see things like click offensively, for us way better, this year than it did last, just because of timing,
Yeah, same for us. I mean, we missed our playoff game last year because of COVID, and it did feel like it was getting back to normal, but it looks like we're facing a lot of similar challenges. So luckily we have a year of experience how to deal with that, and really all we can do is control what we can control, and make sure all the guys are getting experience so it's next guy up, and everybody's ready, and that's all we can do day to day. So that's all we're focusing on.
Question for Sternstead. Ross, who's the team you guys are looking forward to seeing the most?
Always Nature Coast is a good competition, and Hernando, because that is the longest or oldest, rivalry in the Hernando County area. So Nature Coast and Hernando, definitely Vanguard. I feel like Vanguard is going to be a very good opponent, very good competition. But I'm just excited to have a 10-game season.
Question for Jordan. Just talking about the new district, you mentioned Vanguard, obviously you got ASCO, Bellevue. What do you think it would be different? Last year's, you guys played in the Gulf Coast game, now you guys are going to venture off outside of the Citrus Commander area. Anything that made it different for you guys this season compared to last?
Obviously, like Coach G already said, we were able to have a full spring, and then I think now we're really just trying to perfect everything instead of last year. We didn't really have that time, and that was tough adversity to face. So that's what going to be a big difference for us.
For 5A, Nicholas, let's talk about Coach Rockdale. He entered his first season as the head coach
Well, I feel like we do a lot more stuff, and I feel like more technically sound with him. I feel like we do have bigger leadership with Coach Wattell, and I feel like he also encourages a lot of the younger players. So I feel like obviously we are a young team, so just getting that young experience for them to build on the future once all the seniors and stuff leave is just really good, and I feel like he just does that really good.
Davian, question for Davian. Talk about you guys are also, I mean, I know it's a community district, you guys are River Ridge, countryside, something. I mean, talk about the district you guys are in. Do you look at the district being, tougher than it was maybe a couple years ago that you guys were in?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're seeing very tough people and very skilled people. They know what they're doing. They're good teams, but I believe in my team, and I believe the potential that we have. Every day I walk in, I see these young kids, but I know that they got potential. I tell the smallest kid, hey, tighten up. You're the future of this program, and that's how we roll like that.
I have a question for five. Any of the players, you guys put together back-to-back seasons for the, only the second time in school history. It's obviously an exciting time to be a 5A Falcon right now. Just what's your excitement to try and, push towards something that has never been done in school history and back-to-back winning seasons?
Obviously, it's a great accomplishment winning back-to-back seasons. And, like I said, we do have a young team and stuff. And obviously going up a district or like facing new opponents in the district is going to be challenging. But, I believe in our team. I think we can go back-to-back for the third time. So I think, that is a real possibility with our team.
Talk about, you have Coach Day still on staff and everything. I mean, talk about having part of the staff, back with you guys. You was last season, but can you talk about having them around as, former head coach, you two teaming up and being able to coach?
Yeah, we've been, really good friends for a long time. I was his defensive coordinator for 10 years before I took over as a head coach. And he brings a lot of leadership, he brings a lot of discipline, he brings a lot of knowledge. And I lean on him for a lot, in this off season and in the spring. He's gonna be taking over the offensive play calling duties for us this year. And I really like the scheme he has installed and just the way he's running things and attacking things. It's very organized, very detailed, very disciplined, and it's just nice having him around. And really with all our coaches, we have over 100 years of experience on our staff. So, I feel like it's one of the better coaching staffs around. I really like our guys that work hard. And, for us, you guys know very little money. So they really do it for the kids because they love it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's it for questions. All right, you guys want to exit? If anybody has any questions for the players and want to have one-on-ones, we do have a section in the back, with the backdrop that want to speak on. Okay, we got Kansas and Cypress Creek up next. And if anybody's hungry, food from Gordy's is available in the lobby area.
Oh, try not to tap the table. Just like things off. I put a ball in there. Here's the other one. What is central? Yeah. Here's
Should I put a ball in there? Or no?
Yeah, you can put a ball too. He said the mics are live.
I'll just put it behind you. Just put it behind you.
What do you say about the mic again?
So we're talking to this one. I would just leave it on, so we just pick it up and talk. So you're like clicking it on and on. Oh, man.
Smile, right?
What? The wires.
Speaking. This two corner lights. So are we going?
Like corner on the counter.
Yeah. Looks like he's about brushing teeth.
Corner on the counter.
Man, I hope they ask about the camps and stuff.
Maybe.
He answered good.
Who is stumping their legs?
Oh, my bad, bro. I got like one.
Dylan's stumping his legs, shaking the whole floor.
Don't do that. Don't be
Chris Burns, nice to meet you guys.
What you doing?
Start with just a shout. You guys come off a little bit of years in mechanical history. How are you trying to continue on?
I feel like we're going to have a good season this season. In the past years, I felt like we kind of been like the doormat, you know what I'm saying, some years, but last year we kind of put it together, and I think, with the seniors that graduated, I think they left a pretty good legacy. I think these guys picked up the torch and they're doing a pretty good job worked hard this summer.
How do you feel about some of those holes the seniors left behind?
I'm sorry, what's it?
How do you feel the holes the seniors left behind?
The buy-in, I just feel like if they trust the process, you know what I'm saying? I'm very sincere, with how, my expectation, and I just feel like, I feel like they bought in, and I feel like they've worked hard, and they've proven that, we proved last year that we can win, and I feel like it was easier for this year, these seniors, these players to buy in.
And, after last year, your first year, you didn't have a regular off-season, now you had that. What's the benefit of that?
The benefit is I was able to, get him in the weight room and kind of prepare him like I wanted to. My background is the weight room. The school I come from, we got out there pretty good, and I felt like, that was where the buy-in began. It began in the weight room, and I felt like all the stuff we did on the field, like the footwork, all that is going to translate to the season. So I feel like that's going to be big for us this year.
Question is for Owen.
Is there?
Talk about this upcoming season. Last year, you guys were 3-7. But you had a terrific season, going for over 1,200, 13 touchdowns against just 3 interceptions. All over social media, I think people have been raving about your, off season. Just talk about the preparation that you put in for this season, and obviously college is just starting.
I think that last season we grew a lot individually, and over the off season we were able to grow more as a team, working on timing with all of our receivers, tight ends, everything, looking into a new playbook. So just being able to take that next step and grow as a team, not so much individually.
You guys' first game is against Estero, the team out of Estero, from what I see.
Estero?
No, it's
Benita Springs.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I mean, talk about for Coach Johnson, by the way. So.
Yeah, first I just want to thank you and Springstead High School for hosting this. I think this is awesome for these young men. And I'll get to the questions. Yeah, we picked up Benita Springs, and I think it's an awesome matchup. They're a 5A team, just like us, going into year 5. And had a great conversation with their coach, and I think it's just going to be a great matchup to kind of see where both teams are at. I mean, we really don't know much about them, and I'm sure they don't know much about us, but it'll be neat to see someone come from so far away and be an uncommon opponent. I think it'll be a fun night at Cypress Creek.
Talk about question for you again. Talk about the offense. I mean, obviously, Owen is starting quarterback. Talk about the guys around him. Just, I mean, how this offense. It seems like it's going to be a high-powered offense for Tyler this season.
Yeah, I mean, we're senior heavy on the offense. Outside of the junior tight end, Dylan Lally, but he's loaded with weapons on the outside. We got a really deep backfield. He's going to have a lot of options, and I think, again, diving into a new playbook over the summer, and just like about everybody else has said, I mean, it takes time to put that in. And, these guys put a lot of time in the offseason, and like Owen said, it was they got better as a team this summer, I thought, and the cohesiveness and the consistency has definitely shown in the first 5 days of practice.
Again, for Coach Johnson, we're going to year 5 with Cypress Creek County. School's been open. Last year, you guys had a tough start going to Pinellas County, beat a Pinellas County team on their turf, and then things started going downhill in their football. Unfortunately, this year, your team has a new challenge. They're going to be competing for the first time for an actual district title. What are some of the expectations that you and your kids have already as the season goes?
Yeah, I think last season was kind of unfortunate for a lot of teams. With the COVID, losing players from week to week, or even losing games and having to pick up teams, and that factor. And we just never really got it all together. And I believe the off season is going to help us prepare for that. Going into this season, yes, we're ready to move up to a 5A, and we're competing for the first time for a district championship. And there's a ton of great, talented teams in our district, and I think we're up for the challenge. Zephyr Hills, Nature Coast, Leslie Chapel, Weeki-Wachi, Hudson, are great coach teams, and I think these boys look forward to the challenge.
Hey, just a quick question for Dylan. Who are you guys looking forward to play out of the district? I know you guys got backyard guys that are behind you, Zephyr Hills, and some of these other teams. Who are you really looking forward to go side by side?
I think the game we're looking forward to play the most is against Wesley Chapel High School. We know a lot of their players. They know a lot of our players, and it's been a fun rivalry since the school's been open. So I think both schools are great competition for each other, and it's going to be one heck of a game.
I just want to reflect on the Canada players. You guys all seniors, through the early struggle of that first few years, you had a taste of success last year. How hungry are you to get more of that this year?
We're pretty hungry out for it because we finally are starting to taste a little bit of the winning. So now it even makes us more hungry because our first 2 years were really crappy years, and we just want to get after it.
And you talk about, too, what having normal all season, how that's helped you guys.
I think it's helped us a lot because, as you said, a lot of our seniors, they went away. So now the juniors coming up and the seniors have to step up. And a lot of our younger guys, they're really not younger guys. They act just like seniors and have the leadership just like seniors. So it helped bring all the team together and just work together on the offseason.
And is there, do you guys feel like you have some improved this year. You guys some senior stuff with strength development last year. Do you feel like that more improvement that you can design both legacy and tandem?
Yeah, we definitely have stuff to prove because everyone's probably thinking, oh, they have these transfers and some reason why they're good. But we want to prove to everyone else that we're good without them and we're good with the people that we got.
And just one for Coach Chop too. Can you talk about the new district?
Yes. Yes, we got Vanguard's going to be a big game for us. Springstead, of course. We're excited. We're excited with the new district, and we feel like we're going to be very competitive, and we're just looking forward to the competition.
And you guys are on classification with the other city rankings. How much time does that make for you guys?
How much? I'm sorry.
Being on classification with the other city rankings, how much time does that make for you guys?
I mean, it's I know we got a higher classification than the two schools in North County, but I feel like those two they're very good schools, but I feel like we're going to be very competitive with them as well.
You're the top receiver returning back from last season. Let's talk about playing with Owen here. I mean, how does he make you better as a receiver, and how do you feel just getting involved when you got?
He's a great leader. He taught me a lot how to run my routes and when to turn my head a lot to make it a better connection to us.
See one of the quarterbacks that always message me, hey, let's go throw routes, let's go run, let's go.
Yes, sir.
And talk about, doing those kind of workouts throughout the offseason. You feel like those kind of things that, build that connection that will generate a 2021 season.
We live close to each other, so in the neighborhood, we'll have a quick workout and throw routes and stuff like that. Sometimes we live with cones and everything, so everything together.
All right, and this one's for Wally. You guys were the third Western Chapel team. Obviously, Western Chapel came in and Wiregrass Range, and now you guys. Can you talk about you guys being that third team? Do you guys feel like you can get over the chapel about that at any time? Or, do you like sharing some spotlight with them per se? Such a growing Pasco County town?
Yeah, I think Pasco has grown a lot in the past years, and all the schools that we played against are very talented. And I think we are a very talented up-and-coming team. We're looking to win a lot more games, and I think the schools around us are great competition to play. So I'm very excited to see what this year holds for us.
This question for Luke. I remember, I think you missed a lot of time last year with injury, right? You had a little bit of breakout year before that, so how much are you looking forward to getting back on the field and playing the full season this year?
I'm looking forward to it. But I've had a little bit of a position change. I'm not the running back anymore. They switched me over to quarterback, and I'm looking to try to play some defense too.
How are you making that transition to quarterback?
Do what?
How are you making the transition to quarterback?
Well, it's a new offense, so like the whole team's learning the offense, so I'm learning as well, and I feel like it's come along well.
What is the new offense about this offense? What makes it different from last year?
I'm sorry, what?
What makes this offense different from last year?
Well, we switched up our formations, a lot of different plays. We aren't doing things the same as we did last year.
How much experience have you had quarterback in the past?
Well, I played a little bit of it my freshman year, but then I got switched for my sophomore year, and then so I've had like about a year or two.
And are you over running quarterback, or are you kind of over up a little bit?
Our offense really isn't mainly a passing offense, but if I can throw, we can throw.
And Coach, talk to us a little bit about what the new offense brings to the table.
Yeah, like I said, we're a little bit different than last year. Last year we were pass first, and we ran second. We're gonna focus on really getting after, lock down, kick out, just basic football. We're gonna get back to the fundamentals, and I feel like they're very receptive with the new offense.
Is Board saying the defense we've had, over the years?
Yeah, defense pretty much the same. We added a couple of things, just kind of keep people on their toes, but it's still the defense I've used, in the past.
Any further you want to talk about the defenses this year?
That's Jake.
You want to talk about the defense?
Jake.
Talk about the defense also. Yeah.
Our defense is looking good. We got some new kids, some seniors at the D-line, some new defensive ends. All around, we're looking to be a lot more aggressive, to stay a lot lower at level and attack more, come downhill more, and stop the run. Last year, sometimes we let up big plays, and that's what we're here to stop. We got to stop the big plays to win games.
Yep.
Is there a thing you get?
Okay, so we got Gulf High School and
That's your excuse. Oh, good afternoon. I think it's smart. Be smart. Be smart, guys. I'm proud of you. Look at my hands. It's always live. That camera's gonna flash on right now. They can hear what you're saying because he ain't gonna say nothing stupid. Oh, you can hear me? Just relax, take deep breaths. Think about what you say. Mr. Mason, I'm talking to myself. Mr. Mason taught me how to do this. I never liked it. I'm not a fan. You don't like this guy? No. What's wrong with Mr. Mason? No, I like it. Mr. Mason, I don't like this. Oh. Because he tried to make you like Peter Pan or something. I did. You did band. That's right. If I didn't know the cameras would get Angel to smile, I just wanted to practice.
Start off with golf. Coach last season, the team went on 7. Obviously, once you had a connection with golf at the school and a lot of the kids, that pipeline. Can you just talk about how the program has grown since last season, the interest from players, the community obviously is tied in. Can you talk about the, just the makeover at golf right now?
Okay. Is this on? Doesn't sound like it, right? Does that work? Okay. So since I've taken over, I took over in January. The response has been great. The numbers aren't always what we would want them to be, But even in our spring game, we had about, I think it was 19 kids dressed for the game, but there was 27 to 30 kids there. There was a lot of grade issues. And when you take over in January, it takes a little time to get the grade issues, fixed. So through that transition of the spring season and into the summer, we've been around 30, 35 kids. And I would say right now for tryouts, we've been around 50. So we should be able to field a full varsity and JV team. From my perspective, I'm always going to want better for the boys, but I can't say I'm not pleased with where we're at. So the young kids kind of know how I coach. They've done it for years. They know the expectation. They know we're going to try to outwork everybody. There's no secret ingredient. It's just show up every day and work. That's why our motto has always been no plays off, no days off. But it's been really nice to see the older guys, and of the guys up here, only one of them ever played for me before. So to see them buy in has been great, and I'm just very excited to see what the season holds.
For AJ, you were at Hudson last year. He's rushing over the ball. Talk about coach that seems, what is the difference from Hudson ball is how the change has been for you.
With people like Coach E, the change isn't a whole lot. Coach E's, I would say, out of all the coaches I've been around, Coach E's probably the most strict coach. He demands your excellence and your perfection every single day. There's no exceptions. There's no, Coach, I'm tired. Coach, I overslept. I didn't sleep enough, and you know what I mean. So to go out there every single day and to pretty much, you're going to get better regardless. So at Hudson, the coaches at Hudson are great. They're great dudes, great coaches, great kids, great atmosphere. Coming to golf was pretty much a family decision and a personal decision. I feel like with Coach E that for my senior year, being around a person that knows me and knows exactly what I need and to better myself, not only athletically but academically. So that's pretty much what drove me and motivated me to make the change. And it's been a welcome with open arms.
This question is for Central. Coach Gary, just talk about you was hired year 2 weeks ago. You're going into the fire here. You said numbers are around 33 to start off. Can you talk about just stepping into the situation here from Cornerstone, just really, it's had to develop quickly for you?
Yes, it has. Well, first of all, thanks for the platform, and thank everybody for welcoming me here to Hernando County. I learned how to compete here, I guess. It's been interesting. We've been hired a few weeks ago. Team has responded already, though. Our numbers even gone up from 33 already, so they're coming around. We've got a lot of work to do, I can tell you that. And I think they're starting to understand that we need to be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more organized, and hustle a little bit more. So, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the challenge.
What are the differences from coaching on the East Coast and then coming over to the West Coast? What would you say is kind of like the biggest difference you would see between coaching teams just from the start?
Well, I haven't seen any of the teams yet, so I can't really comment on that. But firstly, it rains in the afternoon, not in the morning. That's the difference that I've seen. But I spent 7 years over on the east side, so I was at university for a while, and then worked Cornerstone Charter. So we've competed against some good competition and stuff, and I understand there's some here, and looking forward just to get going.
First year at home at Gulf High School now. Obviously last year there was some starting the green line on the losing season. Our first impressions are very important. We started off the spring doing some of that golf usually honestly, extra touchdown, you get one, 2 halves of spring game before you even took over the home. There's plenty of leads for allowing you to be man the helm, and that's what you are. What is the most currently like at Gulf High School?
What was the last part?
What's the buzz on the program?
I think with how the spring game ended up, and there's been some articles out there about how much money we raised, and I mean, if you just look up, there's a major change in how we look, period. It's been great. I mean, I think we still have a lot of momentum going. Obviously, we try to continue to capture that and keep that momentum, and that's why we spent 5 days every week, working out and doing our normal summer workouts. So for the most part, like I said, the community's been amazing. The school has been so supportive, and the kids have been great. So the main reason I came here is for the kids. So they're a great group of kids. They were with me at the middle school. They deserve to win, and hopefully that's the plan here going out.
Through Coach Jefferson, let's talk about the district you guys are in. So you guys can close Harvard Springs, Dunedin, and you got Clearwater. I mean, just looking at it on paper, I mean, it looks like a district that you guys could immediately compete in and be able to possibly, make some points. Do you look at anything, in terms of games that you guys are eyeballing, or I mean, you guys see maybe you can make the playoffs or something you do?
Well, we're always going to focus on the game at hand, because a lot of times you get ahead of yourself. That's when you run into problems. You don't want to fall into any of those trap games. Fortunately for us, and what's going on in the program, we are very singularly focused because of the track record in the past. I will say I'm very pleased with the district that we came into, including all the teams in there. I believe we can be very competitive, but I'm also going to tell you, every season I walk into, I don't care who's in our district, the plan is to go 10-0. Like, that's just what it is. And these kids are going to work like we're supposed to go 10-0. So, hopefully that's what happens. That would be amazing, but we're just going to focus on the one in hand, and we have that. We have a nice little scrimmage next week. So.
This question for me. You were all everything last year for Central. I mean, football, we were on defense. I mean, talk about what are some of the differences you're seeing from Coach Wall and Coach B? Just, I mean, what would you say is kind of changing at Central?
I feel like our team's becoming more disciplined, and I'm becoming less of someone who has to be a leader and do more than what I have to, and now I get to actually see what it's like playing as a team all together. It's actually pretty nice.
This one for Keyshawn. You came over from 5A here in season. Just talk about you were at Central before, so I mean, just talk about being back over in Brooksville and just like how do you feel you can contribute on the defensive side of the ball?
It's like I feel more welcome back in Brooksville, because over in 5A I was like kind of new and stuff like that. But on the defensive side of the ball, I feel like I can help a lot, be a leader on defense and on the offense too.
We really know our strengths yet, but I think we have the nucleus to be strong on offense and defense. Probably will have some two-way players. I think we bring in a different offense and a different defense than they're used to running. It's a lot simpler for them, quicker for them to learn. Just trying to make it simple so they can play aggressively.
Question for Angel. There's still plenty of questions left for football. That's why there's a season to be played. News district, let's be competitive. What's one game on schedule right now that the team has to win?
As far as the team goes, I'll probably say Hudson, just because AJ came from over there. There's a lot of like rivalries and a lot of smack talk, if you will.
How about for you, Mr.
would definitely say Hudson too, because that's the only team I would know that has a rivalry with us, just because of AJ coming over here.
This is for Coach Edwards. Has Coach Yu made his debut over at all? Is come around and help out?
Yes, Coach Depew he was around all for spring. He likes to refer to himself as a consultant. And he's probably at home right now. He's actually in Maine, and he's probably thrilled to hear his name on the news. So he's been fantastic. Obviously, I think for the boys, it was kind of fun to see because a lot of times they'd see him, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but he's a crazy old man. And some of the things he does on the field are, from days past that the kids have never seen before. But it was nice for the kids because I feel like sometimes they would see some of the things he did, and then they'd look at me and they'd be like, kind of makes sense, So he's not going to be around for the fall. He will stop in for a game or two, but he's currently in Maine. So.
Follow up with it's like a little bit. I mean, just talk about who's going to be around in the spring. I mean, how was that out there? I mean, what kind of mentality do you bring to the team?
Yes, can out there, me. Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear him.
He definitely brought that, I don't know how to say it, but it's like
enthusiasm
to practices, and it's a lot of fun having him out there. Everything he does is just, we're all happy to see him, and great dude.
Okay, this is for Coach G. Obviously, I
can't hear a word he's saying.
You don't know the strengths yet, but offensive philosophy wise, what would you like here with the team?
Well, I think one of the things you'll see a little different in the teams that throw the ball around the field a little bit more than they have in the past, definitely. Based on what I've seen so far, we've got some team speed, so I think we're going to do well. I really do. We're looking forward to that first game. Getting after it.
And for you, in all your years of coaching, has this been kind of like the quickest turnaround for you to have to set up to a job and play in the season on and a half later?
Actually, it's my third time. Hired at the same time, so my last job at Cornerstone, I hired last week in July, so I'm used to it. Maybe that's why they gave me the job. Like I said, these guys have they've bought in, they're showing up, they're putting in the work, and they're going to get better, and that's our thing. We just get better each day. And I think we may just surprise some people.
Which school was it for Cornerstone Charter?
I coached at university, but you're talking about taking over the last week?
Right.
That was Luther North or Luther South High School in Chicago. I'm actually from Chicago, so.
Okay. How many years you coached in Chicago?
This is my 36th year coaching, so I've been here 8, so do the math.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
players. Talk about what they bring to the offense. You guys already had, a slew of guys bringing offense.
Yes, first, thank you guys for putting this on, and then I would just say, obviously, we've had a pretty good team, since the inception of the program, and we've made the playoffs and done well, and so we've been able to kind of maintain a pretty good, hold there, and then just having the transfers has been awesome. I mean, these kids bring something different to the table. I mean, I think we'll have, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 deep at quarterback, to be honest with you. I feel comfortable putting our first 4 kids in there. That's including an 8th grader. AD coming in brings a different dynamic because he can run. He's going to be hard to bring down. And so I think that's a huge blessing. And then, of course, Trey coming in, strong running back. But he's going to be, again, he's a tough runner. He brings a different style of running than we've had. We've had a more of a fullback. When these other 2, Andrew and Dimitri, have brought more elusiveness. And so I think that we are just deep all around this year. And so I think that we're looking forward to a great year.
And follow on that, I mean, remiss, I didn't ask about the August 20 game. Just talk about that preseason game, obviously, probably not your typical run of the mill, first matchup, but for you guys, that real obviously, bragging rights on the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. I mean, we've, for whatever reason, it's been a game we haven't been able to put together, and finally being able to put together, it's exciting to play. We're kind of the little fish in the big pond there in Zephyr Hills. I mean, we have a total of 100 kids in high school. That's boys and girls. So, legitimately, in some respect, that's a disadvantage, but we have players that can play, and we have coaches that coach our kids up. So we're looking forward to playing them. And we expect to compete. We're not going in there looking at it like we're small or we're little, and we're ready. We understand that we're not like every other school in Pasco County, but I really believe we can compete with anybody in the area. So we're looking forward to that game. It's going to be exciting to see, who kind of runs the city.
Coach, start with you. This is your second season now. You had a full regular fall season, summer to go up to this. How much of a difference has that made?
Repeat that last part for me.
How much of a difference has it made to have a full fall season and summer program that you didn't have last year now going into your second season?
Well, we've been able to condition as a team as a whole and not to worry about the COVID things. We've had, in the past, last year we had to split it all up, and, I think that the best thing for football teams is that everyone stays together, you condition together, you practice together, and our guys have done a great job this summer coming in and working hard. So I think that's going to be the biggest difference, that we've been able to spend a lot of time together this summer and work hard and put the work in to prepare for this full season.
And last year, you said you guys are young, kind of rebuilding year for you guys. What makes you feel like you guys can step forward this year?
We're still young. It's almost like a balance, It's like we had our, of course, our seniors left last year. We don't have as many seniors as we did last year, but the ones we do have are going to really be good for us. But our younger guys coming in the program, they're just going to come right in and they're going to do a good job for us as well.
Any big changes you guys have made, kind of all last year that you want to improve?
The biggest change we made in our program is changing the culture, and that's what's got to start at. If you don't change the culture, you don't have kids that are willing to come in and put the work in, you're not going to be successful.
Okay. First of all, Andrew. Speaking on what Coach was saying, the technical team, you also improve that?
Yes, sir. We do got some to prove.
there's been a lot of talking back and forth since we know the kids that was upfield, so there's been a lot of talking back and forth. But we just want to go out there and prove to them that we're not the middle school and just succeed and beat them.
And for Adrian, coming in, we both talk about what impact you guys have on offense. What kind of impact does he have on you
It's a different culture. It's a winning culture. The coaches want us to win. I want to win too. So I see this happening this year. Say it again.
What is ECA, whether it be academic, spiritual, what is ECA really brought to you to really try to be part of that?
Academics. Yes, academics. That's it.
This season, you guys are opening up the season. You got to play the spring game on a phenomenal turf field. Probably one of the nicest fields in the county, maybe possibly 3 ounces. What is that like for you guys? Anything you guys want to speak on that?
Feels amazing. That's all.
And how about this? Do you feel you playing on last fall?
You know, it's turf, so turf burns and stuff, so that's different. But the field is amazing. It's nice to run on. It's different since last year we had turf, so it's just a blessing.
Okay, Coach. With what we have with Coach, hopefully soon in your career, what you had to see that last year, the preparation, the everything you had to go through, getting closer to normal and having scoring and having the ball around, how does that help you?
Yeah, I mean, it brings the team together. There's obviously we can be together, so that's a huge thing. That we're able to get back in the weight room. We were able to get back on the field together. So I think unity and not only that, just that team chemistry and then figuring each other out. I mean, it was a challenge, somewhat last year with some of the restrictions. So this has been huge for us, and I think really we have. And I was telling the boys this earlier. I think that we're now at a place. I think we're probably fielding the best team we've ever had in the history of our school. But not just athletically, I think that the kids are together. The goal is common. I mean, we're not looking just to win games. I mean, we have taken on a very tough schedule for a 2A school this year, and we're looking to put ourselves on the map, and we're going for a championship, plain and simple.
You only lost 4 seniors last year, and you created 2 very quality transfers. The culture and what is your outlook for you? You guys made the table, hit their back. What do you see?
I just think that they're together, and that's been the thing. Through summer workouts, you can tell that they're together. There's no animosity, there's no selfishness on our team. The kids that have come in have bought into what we're doing. One thing with our coaches, we've been much more disciplined. Obviously, in the past, it's been some issues with penalties and these kind of spring game. We really cleaned that up, and the coaches have done a heck of a job. My son Mike has done phenomenal at kind of really taking the lead of the team, and he's more their age and brings a different fire, and they respect him. And Coach Spence, of course, is close connected to the kids. So I just think that we're at a different place completely, and I think it's unique because the kids that have come in have bought in, and they're ready.
And going back, one step back, we worked through it, but we got to take 1 game times what was the class. Yours at Oklahoma, Stanton's at Oklahoma. What's it going to be like on the 20th? Your kids 2 other real big off, you didn't see that one.
Honestly, for me, it really doesn't mean anything. It means that I started Separate Hills Christian, 23 years ago, and that's my baby. I don't have any hate for them. I grew up and actually coached wrestling there even several years back with Coach Sim. I love him. He was my positions coach. Knew Nick. I know Spence and Nick grew up together and played ball together. So there's not animosity. The animosity is in that we have a chip on our shoulder because everyone looks down on you because they think that you're little and you can't compete. They think your schedule's always weak. So we have a lot to prove playing Zephyr Hills, Pasco. University Christian would dominate this complete area. So if we can hold our own in the first 3 games, we're going to change the tune of the people in Zephyr Hills and Pasco County about what our little schools do.
Coach, outside the showdown coming along this year, what games are you looking at?
University Christian is a team that has won the state championship multiple times at 2A, and not to mention they are in the semis minimally every year consecutively. They're just a phenomenal team. Obviously with Trinity bumping down to from 3A to 2A, they're going to be a team to beat. Chaminade obviously is always in it. But I feel like I really believe today we're the top 4 team in 2A. We're in the top 4 without question in my mind, but that University Christian will really tell us where we stand. So that game stands out to me.
Two questions, players. First was general for you. Last year you coach not having spring or summer, like you normally would. How much does it benefit you this year to have all those things?
Yeah, it means a lot because just being able to come together and work out as a team, is a very important part in it. Because every good team, you just got to be brotherhood, you got to be able to rely on each other, to be there and put in the work every day. So it's just simple as that, man. We're all there together, working hard for the same goal.
All right, this question for Casey. Are you going to be back quarterback this year?
Sir?
Are you going to be back quarterback this year?
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
How do you feel like you improved on what you learned from last year?
Yes, last year was definitely like I would say like a beginning, like me coming in as a freshman and then coming in as a sophomore. Starting was definitely like some big shoes to fill. It's definitely going to be a lot. I mean, it'll be a lot better this year for me. I think last year was more of a learning year for me. This year I hope will be good, like all around. So we'll be good. This offseason we've thrown the ball a lot, we throw routes a lot. We've definitely got more skilled people coming in this year than last year. A lot of younger guys are stepping up, taking higher role models. So yeah.
Thanks for the role. You had a great year defensive last year. How are you able to build on that?
I'm looking to do the same thing, if not better, I had a good year last year, see if I could do better, help the team win. We got a little bit different defense this year, but it's the same thing. We're going to come in and see if we can just play our best. That's it.
What's the difference in defense this year?
No, we just got some new guys coming in, that's all. We got new guys, so we're just going to play what we got. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to compete.
And what are the defensive expectations overall?
Defense expectations, we want a lot of turnover, we want to score a lot of defensive points. Our school, we've always been a defensive, dominant school, so we want to, keep that culture going.
And what kind of expectations you have for yourself this season?
Sorry, what did you say?
What kind of expectations you have for yourself this season?
Just play hard. I want to have the best season of my career this year and try to do better every year.
What are some of the things you learned from last year and try to improve this year?
It's way different than middle school.
What is it?
Just the players, everyone's bigger, better.
Coach, you're talking about the what's your relationship with the district?
Say it again.
How do you break down the district?
One game at a time.
focusing on August 20th. You know, a lot of people looking at our 1-8 season last year, and I'm okay with that, you know, but we're just going to try and take it one step at a time, and when we get to our district game, we'll talk about that then. You know, I'm more focused on getting to August 20th, seeing where our guys are at, see how they perform in that game, and see if the work that we put in over the summer is going to be, you know, what I thought it was.
What are you talking in the district now? Like your rivals have also been one of the best teams in the state in recent years.
We're gonna play 48 minutes. That's all I can say. That's almost 2.5 months, 3 months away from here. A lot can happen between now and then, so I haven't even thought about what that looks like yet, playing tonight.
Coach, as well, is there rivalries now or you going to be so close?
I mean, I wouldn't say not necessarily. I mean, we haven't played them in a couple of years, so I don't think there would be.
You guys ever get a wire for your schedule?
Have we tried to?
You guys try for this fall?
I don't do the schedule, but we'd be willing to play it for sure. I mean, we know that they're probably the best team in Pasco County, obviously, and they got the players to play in the depth, but we're open to playing whoever because we understand too that that's what it's going to take in order for us to, you know, obviously get the looks that we need to get with a smaller roster or a smaller squad. So we're open to. I can't tell you because I don't do the schedule if we actually requested to play them or not.
For Adrian,
It's John Travis.
let's talk about the offense. Who's different from Bishop over TCA? What's different offensively? Is it more spread looks or more pro style?
I wouldn't say it's a big difference. Say we have more athletes. Well, definitely more athletes.
Which one is
A quick update to our viewers. We have a switch in the itinerary this evening.
Coming up next, instead of Hernando, who will be slotted later, Lando Lakes will be taking the podium momentarily.
Okay, just going to go ahead and look at our wires here. Hernando is running a bit late, so we'll go ahead with first question of Coach Cancer. Speaking of that team, that's your guys' first team of the season. Talk about, just playing into that first team, you spoke to me a little bit about the background. Just talk about that time there. You used to be an assistant there. Can you talk about the time that you were there and how it's kind of homecoming for you?
Well, that was a long time ago. 1997 through 99, these guys weren't even thought of. But it was just a great opportunity to have an opportunity to coach and be a young coach and learn under Bill Browning, who I played for here at Springstead. Gave me an opportunity to go there and coach some great young men. And as a career catapulted, had the opportunity to coach even greater men in all the schools that I've been at. But talking about Hernando, they're going to pose a challenge. And they got a great coach back there that creates a lot of havoc. They're very skilled. So we're going to have to do our due diligence as coaches to get these guys prepared so that we can play and be a competitive game in week one.
First, we practice before you go out on the team this time, some conditioning and everything.
Well, they know how to doctrine and drive something like that right now. But their resiliency of being able to adjust practice is probably the best I've had at Wildcats. These guys are on top of being on time, being at where we need to be, being focused on what we're doing in practice. So it's been a great first week for us, and we just hope that it can continue. And it's all about the senior leadership. We got some great seniors that are providing that great leadership for us. And as long as they continue to do it, we should have some great things at the range.
For Rocket, you made your commitment to Iowa State. Talk about being made that commitment and really just focusing on your senior team.
Yeah, so earlier February, I think it was, I wanted to make the decision early, get in off season, get to work with my team, and, put in the work that we need to have for this upcoming season. I feel like we have one of the best offenses in the, not even Pasco County area, but Tampa area this year. So I really want to focus on that, help my players succeed this year, and, help my seniors go out like me with a boom this season.
Talk about that offense. It's certainly just for the grab because you guys have several touchdowns. Obviously, offense is definitely clicking. How much better do you think that you this time? We're all 7-on-7s that you've been doing, and now we got good practice out of the way. How does that offense gel?
Oh yeah, the connection with the receivers and just the connection with my linemen mentally has definitely gotten better from last year. Last year a couple of our receivers were young, they were new, and just coming off to this next season, we should be just that much better. Especially with my O-line, we had a bunch of new starters last year, And so getting the experience they had last year against the Armwoods and the Techs and playing them again this year should be great. Oh yeah, you know, I got all the trust in the world in him. I mean, look at him, he looks like a grown man. I mean, he could go to a gas station and buy beers if he wanted to, but you know, him guarding my blind side, I've been friends with him since freshman year, so we literally have that great connection that we should have. And I trust him too. Tucker Schwab, he's my left guard, and they're on the same side, so they both got my blind side.
For the offensive line, start with Tucker. Talk about the offense. You guys are in the trenches there. Offensively, you guys are running the ball, people pass the ball, multifaceted. Talk about the work you guys have to do up front to be able to make those move the chains.
Well, I believe that our offense has gotten so much better within the last year, and continuing on from last year, we had one of the best offenses in the area, and this year we're only going up from there, and I believe we're going to make a run for the state title, honestly.
What were some learning points you feel like you guys kind of took away from that work with the correct team? You guys, sometimes these certain games kind of like 3 quarters and you get a big game, and you guys pretty much go varsity for 4 quarters. Talk about that spring game and what you guys got.
I feel like the spring game brought us a lot of experience to work from, especially in the win game. Our passing team is already there. I feel like we just improved on that, and maybe making takeaways from those stuff improve already.
And for you, college looks, I mean, obviously, I have guys like Rocco and Bryson around, kind of help with that. I mean, what kind of districts have you are, you know, obviously, Rocco giving you a compliment, looking like a grown man. I mean, that's how to get the attention from the colleges.
Yeah, it's definitely grabbed some looks.
Anybody specific in our
Main place I like Rock USS.
Okay, all right. Coach Amber.
We are head coach of the year high school football, the year prior to the year in high school. 7A, and the last couple of years, the last year area, same as the last couple of years. Is there anything right now that really stands out for you guys so far?
CCC. We play guys that grew up playing CCC for a spring and a kickoff classic, and how they compete at the state level year in and year out. It's a great opportunity for our guys to get ready to perform on the schedule that we play. We're not going to play people just to play people. We're going to play people that are going to help us with the competitive advantage that we need going into our schedule. So I feel we got not only the toughest district in 7A, we got the toughest schedule in 7A. And it's a joy to play. We don't hide in the bushes to say, no, we're not going to play them. We're going to play them, and that's our motto. Put them on the schedule. We're going to play them.
And then Rob, real quick. Obviously, the senior year, maybe your comment about program rules, or you guys, you know, that this time, by the way. What are some commercial rules that you have for yourself this year?
You know, last year I felt like I lacked the progressional reads when I was dropping back, and so I felt like I was just looking at the field, you know, finding the open receiver. And I definitely want to improve on that because going to college, I definitely have to have that aspect of my game to succeed. So, you know, going through each route, each player, and just going through those reads, I think would help me succeed at the next level.
For Robert, we each guys lost last year, CCC, Metro, Arnold, CCC. Those guys, I mean, CCC, you guys are still a little louder for you. Who led the best of us?
Definitely Mitchell. I felt like that was a heart-to-heart game. You know, there's a bunch of, you know, momentum going into it, and you know, throughout the game, it was a bunch of. I felt like there's a lot of pressure on both teams, but this year I definitely want the revenge on Mitchell. So.
All right. And same question for your teammates.
I would also have to say Mitchell, because Mitchell was a big game going into it, and going into the game we felt very confident, and they obviously let our confidence go down a little bit after they put up a bunch of touchdowns on us. But I'd say this year we're coming back even harder, and we're gonna make it.
Just like I'd say this too, mainly because there's the big competition that's in Pasco, and then for us to come out like that and not succeed is really.
And this is for Coach Peter. This team, just speaking of them making a deep run and getting, just a step away from the state semis. I mean, you guys kind of like a similarly built team with a senior related team. You got a quarterback that's a ton of experience, someone, kind of like trying to do a last journey. Do you feel like this team is primed for maybe a similar run through the playoffs, so you can, follow up on that?
I mean, our issue is that we have to practice smarter. We have to make sure that our efforts are 100% in what we need to do. But when you look at our district, we have to go south. And in 7A, that southern region is very difficult. You're going to face the likes of the Manatee. You're going to face the likes of the Venice. You're going to face the likes of the St. Thomas Aquinas. So you're going to have to play magical football and error-free once you get to those guys, because they're well coached. And I truly believe the whole state of 7A is probably the best football that the state offers. And you can up and down, from the panhandle down to south. That is the best. And if we're going to do it, we're going to have to face the best. We're going to have to beat them. So we are for the challenge. We welcome it, and we're not going to back down from anything. Unless you have more for us, we're here.
This is the last thing. You go to this season. You go in every day, trying to get back to normal. What is the difference this year? You guys obviously missed out on the postseason last year because of it. What do you take out of everything from last year going into this year? How motivated are you guys to try to get back this time, be able to play a playoff game?
Last year was different for every team across the country. We've never seen that ever. And had something taken away. These guys from the start of January was motivated enough to be there every day in the weight room, get after it. And we just hope that we can go through safely as we start a new school year up, and just to be able to avoid it. That's the biggest thing, and I talked to the team earlier today before we came up here as we prepare for school, and I give them that speech all the time. But this one, I'm like, look, if you feel you have to wear a mask, do it. If that protects you. I'm not gonna say anything, nor any of the teachers, nobody else. But you need to protect yourself, first and foremost, protect your family, and then protect your brothers that you play with. So they do a great job. They get in and out of the locker room, they don't hang around, they hang out in the parking lot where it's open air. We do a lot of social distancing in practice, so we take more of the precautionary measures because of what happened. But they understand that they have to do the same thing when they're away from us. I wish I had a place where they can stay and we can watch them the whole time, but we don't have that. So we have to trust their laurels to be able to do the right things when they're away from us.
Yeah, we met on the very first moment that we could actually practice on at midnight. Came in Sunday night, did some team building activities, had a meal, had a lot of fun together as a group, and then we turned on the serious flip at midnight and got into some practice. A lot of excitement. We had right at 50 kids, probably 10 or 12 kids couldn't be there based on vacation or whatever, but a lot of fun. We got after it. A lot of excitement. The kids were glad to be there, happy to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely different kicking it off at 12 o'clock, but yeah, it's a great way, yeah, especially at midnight. We were the first ones to do it in the whole area, and it was fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun, but it was a great way to kick off the season.
This is for football. You guys are going independent this season. Just talk about the changeover from playing just playing now and then. How do you feel about you guys playing independently against other teams that aren't really just playing?
Well, we're in a situation where we're rebuilding the program, and we were going to be in a situation where we weren't going to be able to compete. We have a very young football team. About 65 to 70% of our football team is 9th and 10th graders right now, and very young football team. Not advantageous to have those young men going out there and compete against some of the teams that we were going to have to play against in 7A football. We worked on you know, well, we checked into going independent, and we tried to find a schedule. It's not an easy schedule. There's a lot of quality teams on it, and our kids, they should have a better opportunity to compete. So it's very important for kids to have an opportunity to do that and have some success. So if you're going to build anything, you know, and so it was the best decision for our program at this time.
For Ian,
I think it was just about time too, because my freshman year I played there on varsity and I did all right, and then moved to sophomore year and started at running back. There was too many injuries for me to stay there. And it's time to move back to line, and I'm doing all right. I think it's looking really good. It's looking a lot better from last year. Way better shape, much stronger than last year. And I think we're going to have a better season all around. Nice to meet you too.
I'm sure you're aware of the district analytics. It's a very prominent program. At some point, they had one district analytics. Now they're in a position that they independent. Obviously, you have to engage with a program because you need to go independent. But what is the vibe in our program that is awesome and this season?
The vibe overall, it's been an amazing vibe. Teammates, we look out for each other every single day. Whenever we hit the weight room or if we go on the field, we always just look out for each other and just make sure that we're all okay and that we give it 110% effort every single time. And, it's just a blessing to be out there every single day, especially going through COVID. It's just an amazing blessing to come out here every single day and get to work with this amazing team and their amazing coaching staff.
I think that most of the people that are knowledgeable about where our program is now saw it as the right decision and have been very positive about it. Our supporters are very hungry to see our young men have a chance to compete, and they realize the youthfulness of our team. So I think the response has been very positive, and those folks like to win and like to see that he's had a chance for success, and this gives us an opportunity to grow as a program. Back to Orlando as it used to be.
The away slate for you guys here on schedule. Looks like you got Saturday, Jacksonville's away. You guys play in the postseason. You got Majors and W. Let's talk about the schedule and the away schedule. You got a couple far away games.
With the change in district and some of the teams reclassifying, we had to kind of search for some teams to play outside of our district. So we ended up having to go all the way to the opposite coast. But our kids are fired up about playing whoever. We got some pretty good guys returning. Our interior of our offense and defense are going to be pretty experienced and pretty good this year. So they're not intimidated by any of it. They're looking forward to the competition. Looking forward to getting back on the field with some of the teams that we fell short of last year. So the schedule is a little different. Once we got accustomed to playing some of the local teams in Citrus and Hernando County, now no Lecanto, Citrus, Crystal River, those teams aren't there anymore. So while we'd like to stay a little bit closer and more local, our guys are excited about traveling, seeing some different places and different teams. So yeah, we're fired up about it, and we're looking forward to getting out there and competing with some of these teams that we haven't seen before and winning some games.
Obviously, the last time you guys played strictly within that Gulf Coast conference, being able to actually get outside of that, playing teams in Pasco, teams on the other side of Florida. Talk about just being able to do that this time around. Very last year, you guys kind of more strictly outside of the last game.
Yeah, last season it was very disappointing to have to play an abbreviated schedule. A lot of work put in, a lot of off-season conditioning and lifting, and we never missed a beat as far as practice and getting in the weight room. So playing only 6 or 7 games was a big disappointment, especially our last year seniors, because all the work and no payday. Now, like I said, we'll take a couple trips on charter buses. Our kids are looking forward to that experience and getting out, seeing a different part of the state, different type of football probably with some of these teams. We're excited about it. We're ready to go. It's been a lot of work put in over the off season. These guys are chomping at the bits to get out and play some football, put the pads on, and hit somebody.
How do you feel this condition with the offense, obviously, year 2 here? Talk about where you're at. You feel like you have a much better grasp of that offense?
Well, this will be season 3 for us, for me here, and we pretty much found our identity defensively over the past couple years. But with the change in personnel, different types of kids that we've had, we've really never had a true drop back pocket passing quarterback. So what everybody saw in the spring, we're going to be completely different. We scrapped everything and we're started over new in the summer. Right when spring was over, we reevaluated as a coaching staff, found a direction to go. That'll be no secret after week one. We're going back to single wing like we did the first year. We got the personnel to run it. We've had some interaction with other coaches, out-of-state coaches. Got this offense installed. We got the offensive line and the personnel to run this thing like, I ran it down south in South Florida, and we're pretty successful with it down there. So our guys have bought into it, and I think we'll be pretty successful with it.
And who do you feel the strength is on this team? Do you feel like it's the offensive side, or do you feel like naturally that's the strength of this team for you guys?
I'm sorry. Yes, that question again.
Where do you feel like the strength is? Is it on offense or defense?
I really don't know at this point what the strength will be. We're trying to improve everywhere we see major strides on both sides of the football. We're still trying to find ourselves a little bit on both sides. We have some good answers to some questions, and we got some questions that we haven't answered yet. So, I think we have the capability of playing good ball on both sides. I would say that one side is leaning further ahead than the other one.
And wait for Isaiah. There's any things on either side of the field, whether it be offense or defense. Each player always does have a lot of review. What goals does the Denver's defense have for this year? Defensive games, you know?
Half and half. I love both sides of the ball, so I don't know.
How about you?
We have a pretty strong line, I think. Pretty strong D line, and we're going to try our best to fill in gaps and push the ball around to the outside and stop in the backfield.
Thank you, guys. Any more questions? Next up is Jacob and first quarter.
practices, what are your thoughts or evaluations so far? Well, is that one?
I think we're going in the right direction. We did a different overhaul of our offense. We had a kid that left out from last year, so we had to change things a little bit. And so far, looking pretty good. And defense was different this year too. From the spring ball, we went from the front to the front. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. So
what do you feel like is strength of the team?
we're kind of balanced. About all the way around. Now I'm winning with every game since I've been here. Because we got kids playing one way, we only have a few guys going both ways now, so we're about the team way around.
Yeah, we're excited to kick off the regular season under normal circumstances. We were redistricted this year by the FHSAA. Our new district includes Citrus, Denellen, Lakewood, and Leesburg. We're excited. August 20th is right around the corner. We open our fall classes at home against Houston on the Beach. So playing Coach Wilkinson, former colleague of mine, going to give us a chance to play against a team that's very well coached, and we need that experience with our open half of our schedule. Three of our first 4 games are on the road, and they're against high quality opponents in South Central, Villages, and the non-high school. So, and that's not to take anything away from me, but excuse me, from Bellevue, they're trying to get re-established in the Jackman and South Central Villages, and they're not already well established. So it's time to get back to the real deal. Yeah, I've said this numerous times, Chris, and I'm going to do this way. The players, a young man in high school, these guys are pretty resilient. It's the adults who screw everything up, and the adults who keep paranoid, and the adults who make things bigger than they are. High school young men, they're pretty resilient. So I'm not trying to minimize the impact of what COVID did to everybody, but that's it right there, it to everybody. So, to say that anybody had advantage over some others, that's I guess that's really a judgment thing, but, certainly go through spring and that normal summer, I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like we're going to be able to kick this thing off on normal circumstances, so I think everybody's excited to do that.
So we just went through our normal way and just kept working, and we just made it through.
There was a lot of things that we had to change to deal with the COVID situation, but we just kept going through it. I mean, we grinded day in, day out, day and night, just pushing through, trying to become a better team overall, and getting ready for this season.
As my teammate over here just said, we had to separate certain groups because one group would be early in the morning, and one group would be later on. But basically, both groups worked as hard as the other, and we just pushed through it no matter the circumstances. We worked hard and we won the season. What was the question? It's really great this year that we all have a group, it's a team, all working together in the same weight room and not having to do 2 separate times in 2 different groups. It's really good. It was really motivation for all of us.
Yeah, listen, it's we're excited to play every team in there. I think it's well known, and they've earned enough credibility with their development under Coach Harris. You know, Denellen, I think, is the team that everyone's initially looking at to, you know, win that district or control that district. But, you know, we have a high amount of respect for Denellen as we do with everybody in our district. But Cliff River does through anyway. We're gonna compete. We're gonna play, and you know, we're not gonna be beat by a team before the game's even played. That includes, you know, Denellen, Leesburg, Citrus. As I said, we have great respect for everybody. But if we worry about Crystal River and don't worry about those other teams, then that's going to give us a chance to be successful.
How much is there a rivalry with the one that means close?
Yeah, it's, you know, here's the thing. It's kind of, Chris, it's just factual. I'm not saying anything that's not factual. You know, the whole first half of that rivalry was Crystal River dominated. It wasn't much of a rivalry. The second half of that rivalry is Benton Ellen dominated. You know, we had the opportunity when I got the job, 2018. You know, we knocked them off. My first year back at Crystal River, and really thought that was the start of the reigniting of a true rivalry. And then the next year they, you know, smashed our head in. So we didn't get to play last year with closed, so this year we're going to be back to, you know, we got to see what they're about and see what we're about, and see if we can make it a true rivalry and not a one-sided for a period of time, and the other side for another period of time, and see if we can, you know, get it back to Miami, Florida State, Florida, Tennessee, back in the good days, and see if we can make it a true rivalry.
And what you guys do that rivalry too?
Can you repeat the question?
Is there any other rivalries now in the same way as Orlando?
I wouldn't believe so, but I haven't played Denellen yet.
I mean, do you know at all?
I don't really know anybody from Denellen, but the way I face it is we're looking to beat whoever it is. We're not just looking at one school, we're going to beat everybody.
Like he said, we're looking to beat anyone we play, but I have a history with most of the kids on the roster. I played youth league football with them, so I know most of the kids, and it's going to be a fun game to play.
You lose your leading rusher from last year to graduation. You're leading the receiver. It was using him for a certain action day. Just going into the season, what kind of expectations do you have your offense
Even though we lost our leading rusher, one thing that I was in those conditions, we still have our second leading rusher in cash last year. We still also have another running back that's a senior who was injured for the junior year and he has the same caliber as Thomas does. Offensively, I think we're going to be similar to what we was last year. I think we're going to be more run heavy. I do believe that the biggest thing that hurt us last year was turnovers. That has been corrected. Now we have a different quarterback who takes more off and running backs too, so it's going to be a well-balanced offense attack. I think they're going to have a difficult time defending us.
And then for Mr. we're going to talk about the off-season. You guys have the shooting board, and we're going to last year, the team balls down. But how has the off-season with camp, workouts, and
I think that our off-season, our camp stuff is going pretty good so far with all the. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Relationship with the quarterback's actually pretty good. Me and him usually like go out and like practice and stuff with each other, like get to know each other more, like to practice our routes and stuff. so we get a better connection.
I would say I think it's well balanced. The warriors in there, they probably have 6 more kids than they have there and there. But I look at the leading and targeting and golfing, and they're all giving their very good match. So I think it should be a very good district for everybody.
I would say the rivalry is still tight. I don't really know how they got here, but I just know that whatever happens, happens on the field, and we're just gonna fight.
To me, it seems like the rivalry just started like when we played them last year. Because when we played them the year before, I don't feel like the game was all that big. But then coming into last season when we played them, it got like a lot bigger.
This year we'll be trying to use their offense.
Try to put the ball past the goal line. Listen, we don't try to hide at Chris River what we're about. We're going to do our best to run the football, take some shots downfield with play action. I guess I'm old school in that I still believe that if you run the football and stop the run, play excellent special teams, you have a chance to win every game. And I know in today's high-paced, octane, many plays that you can get in football, well, if you run 120 plays and you still get beat, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But if you run 40 plays and win, everybody knows that. So we want to win, however we got to do that. Hand it off, pitch it, throw it, catch it, whatever. We'll generate offense. Yeah, I think Joel Velasquez has a chance to be an elite running back. He's got some special abilities in terms of he can make you miss in the phone booth. He can put his shoulder down. I don't know if he'll win any stopwatch race, but I've never seen him get caught from behind either. So he's got tremendous football speed. He's got a chance to be really well coached up front. He's got some physicality up front, and certainly with football, as everybody knows, there's so many variables you cannot control. But in terms of potential, Joel Velasquez has as much potential since I've been there, as much as anybody since the younger Parker. Yes, Jack Van Fleet is going to be a junior this year, and he's a weapon. He's a field position changer. He's a field goal, consistent, 40 yards, 45 yards. Potential kickoff for a touchback every time he puts toe to leather, and he's a good little athlete. He's going to do a lot for us, not just on special teams, but he's going to add a lot of value to to our program. Yeah, the gentlemen are here for a reason, obviously, starting from your left, working down. David Paul, number 4, is going to play both sides for us, wide receiver, defensive back. A chance to return some kicks as well for us, and really looking forward to having David put everything together, be healthy, and do great things for the Pirates. Next gentleman down, number 2, James Ayers, is going to play fullback and linebacker, defensive end for us. Really a great representative of what a Christian River football player is. Undersized. Again, not gonna win any 100-yard dashes, but just tough, gritty, and you know, when he leaves the field, his tank's gonna be empty. He's gonna give everything he has. And both of those guys are seniors, and then the one gentleman we brought with us that is a junior is Reese Reed. We're fortunate enough to have him join our program a year ago, and going into his junior year, he's going to be the leader for our offensive line unit up front. Definitely, maybe the smartest guy in this room, including the adults. Tremendous intelligence, high caliber young man, high character, and looking forward to him paving the way for Joel Velasquez in a lot of ways.
Expectations on the offensive line? Yes, I'm very excited for the new season and bring to the table. We have some new O-linemen and improving O-linemen from last year, and I'm just excited to see what new things we can do and how high our ceiling is.
My expectations for myself is pretty much give it all. I'm gonna push as hard as I can push every play, drive the ball if I even get the ball. But
James will not get the ball. James will not touch the football, everybody.
But I'm just planning on getting better and better every practice, every game, every Sunday.
Planning on being a big help to the team in the passing game and playing close to the ball, being a big help, coming up to make tackles on the field and interceptions, and doing my part to help the team win games and be better all around the team.
Time there, so thank you, first order. So thank you, first order. Next we got Sunlight and Wesley Cal. Next we got Sunlight.
Joe Products.
Coach Ian, Wilson Chapel. You guys are starting a little bit early. Next Friday, you guys had a working training meeting. Talk about, how fast is that going to get? Is that something you got for a few weeks here, or is that something that just
to tell you the truth on that, Pasco was supposed to host it, and they had something going on Saturday, and I think their, premises, their grounds were a little overwhelmed, so they asked us to host it. Coach Stokes did a great job putting everything together. We were supposed to have Anclote, possibly Atlanta Lakes come in there, but they had things come up, couldn't play. So Golf stepped up and decided they're the only other team in the county that we don't play during the regular season. So I'm lucky that we're able to get them to come out. We didn't want to play somebody for a half and then play them again later in the season and give away some of the things we've been working on. So yeah, we're excited about it. It's a good opportunity to knock off some of the rust from the spring, let these guys hit somebody else after 2 weeks of going against each other every day, start to get fights and stuff like that out there. So we're happy to be able to play somebody else and take it out, on somebody else for a change.
Do you feel like things are a little bit more for your last season start as a fall camp? Summer camp?
Absolutely. Last year, we kind of didn't know what to expect, everything with COVID. Just trying to get some normalcy really during the season. Wins and losses weren't a huge thing for anybody, I think, last year. Just being lucky to play football and get these guys film to be able to go to the next level was kind of our main concern and priority after health and safety first. So this year, yeah, I mean, we knew football was coming. We worked hard all summer. We didn't have the same, we took all the precautions we had to, cleaning the weight room and all that kind of stuff, but we didn't have the same constraints that we had as far as when we could be there and who we could have and how many guys and all that. So right now, we worked our butts off all summer, and we're excited to have, a normal start to the season and to be able to, not worry about a lot of other stuff, kind of get back to normal life, football, Friday night lights, all that good stuff.
Talk about the offense and Kevin. You're, leading rusher, and obviously we have to talk about him, just the kind of whole point that he is on offense for you guys.
So Kevin's a great kid. Kevin is the epitome of being a leader. I joke with other coaches and whatnot, if I had 40 Kevins, I wouldn't have a job because he would do everything for me. He came in as a freshman, actually, walked in my classroom and said, "Coach, I want to play football." Never met him before. Have you ever played football? No. What do you play? I play baseball. What position do you play? Catcher. All right, we need a quarterback. You go try quarterback. So that spring of his freshman year, he kind of took the reins from there. Beat out another kid that was trying to play quarterback. Ended up starting his whole sophomore, his whole junior, so he was a 3-year starter for us. One of the hardest working kids I've ever been around. Anything he doesn't have naturally, he works his tail off to earn it. He's one of the strongest kids that pound for pound we have on the team, one of the fastest kids we have on the team. He's a great all-around young man, great leader for us.
Question for Kevin. What do you feel you improved overall? What do you feel like you honed on the most? Your 7-on-7
I think I have improved on reading the defense and just knowing where I want to put the ball before the play even starts, which is the thing I wanted to work on going into this offseason. I also think I've improved on my leadership as one thing I wanted to improve on this year. Last year was a rough year with COVID and all the circumstances. We are very excited for this upcoming year. We think that we have a good chance to win every game we play in. Thank you.
Is that mainly something rivalry? Is that still, how strong is that still? Obviously the variables always picking every year, but you guys still feel that's a pretty strong rivalry going?
Yeah, the rivalry is still going on the field. It's active. We are two schools going at it. We're not friendly on the field. Off the field, it's a certain different thing. We unleash on the field, not off the field. On violence and off the field is not what Sneak does. We do it on the field. We prove how strong we are on the field, and we take W's when we play Land O'Lakes.
So for you, Johnson, I know you grew up in a Southern household. The city will force something as within the offense and the defensive line. What should we expect from the Southern defensive line this year?
You should expect big things. We have a strong unit on our defensive line. With Sean Henneman, me, new coming player Jackson Filipenko, we are all looking pretty strong. We have a lot of depth on our defensive line. We have great hand movements. We can do different things. We can stun. We can throw anything we want at you. Our defensive line is very strong this year, better than it has been in a couple of past years too.
For Chapel, Harper. The ball's in the corner, Drew. What should we start from pushing up offense this year?
This offseason, especially 7-on-7 wise, I created a good relationship with my receivers. I have all the timing down. I've been reading coverages a lot better. Our line has been working really good. They're big. I know they're going to be strong. I know they know what they can do. Running back Jalen Blake, he can run the ball. He knows what he's doing. He can hit the hole hard. We just expect us to. We're gonna have a powerhouse offense. We're gonna put the ball where we need to go. We're gonna score. We're just gonna run it down their throat.
So far, has not been one losing season. I'm sure you expect that to continue. What is one thing you can circle and say right now?
4 or 5 circle on the schedule, I think. I think that, our guys are eager to play Wiregrass every year. It's a bigger school. It's a rivalry game. They're right down the road from us, War on 54. So that's one we're definitely highlighting. Last year against Sun Lake, we don't think we played our best game. Week 1, we get them. We're really looking to turn that around. What happened last year, it was a tight game for most of the game, and at the end we kind of made a bad play or two. And I know that the guys have been thinking about that. Zephyr Hills is going to be our first district game. That's a big game at home, and we really want to set the tone with the district with that one. I know that we're eager to get after River Ridge, where I came from. Haven't beat them yet. We really want River Ridge. Mitchell put it on us last year. Mitchell circled. Really everybody we play, we're looking forward to the opportunity to show what we got and play a lot better than we did in some of those games last year.
Coach, your tenure in the not success you hope. What do you plan to do with these guys and this squad this year to help take you guys turn that corner and be that playoff?
Last year, people could say it was our first year. We went to the playoffs. It really wasn't, because everyone made the playoffs. So I don't feel any accomplishment from that. We went to, we got Chamberlain. You could say that was bad luck of the draw compared to other people. We got throttled. We didn't do a good job. We went 7-2, 6-3, 5-5, 5-5, 5-5. It's time for us to turn that around and to do a lot better and make it to the playoffs and win a playoff game. That's our goal. I'm not saying we're going to go, Final 4, Final 8, whatever. Our immediate goal is to get to the playoffs and win a game this year. We think we have the group to do it. We have some strong seniors. Every position on skill is the best I've had. It's probably the best offensive line I've had there yet. And because of that, we decided to go back to what we did the first 2 years and be a more run-heavy offense. So I think that this year we're going to surprise people what we're doing. We're really getting out of that whole spread it out, get cute on offense thing. It's coming at you. It won't be a secret in a week, so we might as well say it right now. We're going to pound the rock, man. That's what we're all about.
We had year 3 now. Just talk about some of the expectations that you guys in your district, obviously last year. The Jaguar got the postseason coming out. You're in there, River Ridge, Countryside, 5A. Talk about this new district and the expectations you guys have.
So year 3, coaching staff and I actually talked about this not too long ago. This is the first year we can honestly say that everyone in our program wants to be in our program. The guys that didn't want to be there, they're gone. So we have 80 plus guys that are bought into the system. District-wise, we're excited. How could we not be? We have a chance to be in a district that is competitive top to bottom. There's no heavyweights in that district. We're all fighting for the top spot. We still get to do a lot of the same things we did the previous district. Play some Hillsborough, play some Dallas. So we still get taste of those counties. But between us and Countryside and River Ridge, it's all of us. We're all 5A, Freedom. We're all fighting for the same thing. We feel very confident that this year we will be competitive in every game and find ourselves in the game with a chance to win.
And how was it to kind of transition from Coach Brown's kind of more, I-formation and kind of running that approach to kind of more a spread a little bit offense? I mean, you feel like you're through that transition, you feel like guys that have been broken, obviously, 1 year, that they fully, kind of grasp that offense and you're kind of away from more of that I-formation look?
Right. So Coach Brown, he's a legend. I coached under him for 10 years. He had his way. He worked great for him, and he had a lot of success under him. When I got hired on, he told me, and everyone told me I could not be Coach Brown again. I had to be myself. And so I hired on Brett Odris as our offensive coordinator. And that first year, we were a bunch of new guys learning ourselves. We were lucky enough to stumble across Kevin as our quarterback, and we have seen his progression year after year to the point where he understands the concepts that we're trying to do. He understands the reads that we want to do. He is getting to the point where defenses are going to be outnumbered no matter what they do, because he's getting to the point where he can see that and make that adjustment. I told Brett when I first got hired, the two things as a defensive coach that put stress on me was tempo and motion. And so I was bound and determined that we were going to be able to do tempo or motion. And so now we can do that. If we want to go tempo, we can. If we want motion and change our numbers at the point of attack, can. And so that's one of the reasons why we are so excited about this season. I think year 3 is going to be the full display of what our kids can do.
And you guys over to about that. You say this team's more, ground oriented this spread, or I mean, you feel like you guys are all that fast, you guys are pretty balanced, and you feel like you see those better offensive.
It seems like it's really well balanced. Our team is stacked. There's no strong suit to our team, we're just balanced. Our offense can move the ball up and down the field. Our defense can stop offenses left and right. And we are strong every position we have. Our quarterbacks, our safeties, our whole offensive line, defensive line, linebacker core, running backs, I can name them all. We are well balanced. We are going to be a powerhouse this season. I believe that.
All right, and for Kevin, what are your expectations for this offense? I mean, obviously the offensive line, being a strong suit for you guys. Do you feel like you guys have more success running, passing, balance?
Yeah, we expect to put a lot of points on the board this year, passing, running, either way. We expect to put a lot of points, and we expect the defense to hold the other team to less points. And if you score more points, then you're bound to win. So I think we're going to have a very good year, and yeah.
Good. Thank you. No more questions.
Testing.
Hello.
All right, there it is. Sorry, guys. I don't know why they had to leave. Hopefully they come back. Wait.
Guess we'll start off. River Ridge Trent Hawks, third year of the help. Talk about senior season. I mean, what is it? What's different? Obviously, last year everything was different, but now this fall, I mean, you feel like it's a bit more normal for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like we're ready. We've been working. We've had down here last year, not normal for River Ridge, but we have younger guys stepping up that are looking good. We've been working all summer, and we're excited to get out there and show what we got.
I was talking about, like you said, last year was really normal for River Ridge football, and you guys are currently, I mean, it's usually low numbers, but always expecting, postseason
Yeah, I feel like that's been in the back of our minds since the last season, and I feel like everyone in the program knows that that's not us. And it's been motivating us to get out there and do more and try to be better this year.
Does your brother get on at all saying, like, what's going on over there?
Oh yeah, they give me stuff all the time. I hear them every day.
For Anthony, we feel it's different. Obviously, you guys just started practicing, but what we feel is different. What is the message that Coach Benjamin and the staff is really, harping on you guys about?
It's been hard because we kind of had it down here last year. We're coming right back. And it's different this year with COVID and everything. But we're coming right for it. We want to win all the games.
Coach James, talk about the offense. We didn't catch the ball in the games last year. Fun offense. Got Dane and Hunter returning here. Talk about what these guys are doing offensively that really makes you guys go.
Yeah, I think we're going to be balanced once again. We out wide, we got receivers that can play. For sure, we got a running back, Brian Lindsay. He's back. Expect a big season out of him. Our quarterback's back for his third year, so we're expecting a lot out of him. So I just think, skill position-wise, we're going to be okay. We got to find a couple linemen. We got to replace 4 linemen that we lost last year. So if we can do that, I think we'll be pretty successful on offense, and that'd be a pretty balanced offense.
Talk about this class 5A tonight. Skies, Cypress Creek, East Jersey, Washington, Capital, Denver. You feel like it's a favorable district in trying to make a run for the postseason, or what's your thoughts on it?
I don't know about favorable, but we're gonna compete each and every week. I think we have a chance, depending on how the guys work these next couple of weeks and how we gel and come together. I think we obviously can compete with anybody on a Friday night. Last year was nice because we were 4A and we kind of got to make our own schedule, and that's not really the case this year. So we got to play some schools that are a little bigger than us, but we can't make excuses. We've got to go out and work hard at practice and go compete on Friday nights and see what happens. But I look forward to each and every week. And if I was going to play this tough schedule, this is the team I would want to have. This group of guys that I got.
It really makes a easier job for me. I got a ball, I got someone I can get the ball to, and I can trust with the ball, whether it be any route, a 9 down the field. I can trust the Damien, I can trust Gucci, and not even that. Like, I still got a strong receiver on every position. You know what I mean? And then I'm having more players that are transferring in, also from 5A, like Colton. He's coming in, and go back to Brian Lindsay being a really good running back. He's got a lot stronger, a lot faster, making better reads. And I think our offense can be very strong this year. I'm taking a lot of it to the heart. It's my senior season, but I'm not worried about it. We're going to ball out this season and have fun here.
Well, I know Egan was here earlier and said everybody made it, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it's the opposite for me. That's actually the first time in school history that we ever won a road playoff game. So we're using that to build off of. We're taking the momentum from that. Everybody made it, but we had to travel across the state and go play a really good football team. So, we got an opportunity to practice for a couple more weeks, which was awesome. And I think that our kids took a lot from that, and I think that we're using that to build off of. In the spring, I think that we use that to build off of. But, obviously winning a playoff game, I don't care if everybody makes the playoffs or not. It's a big deal. So I was very proud of our guys, and I think we're obviously going to use that to push forward for this season.
You weren't on the staff last year, but you're going to go out season with Rajani. Season is not going to go, you guys quite expected to. You're going to performance at least 30. Just how is everything going so far coming to this season as a season of
Yeah, so I joined the coaching staff for the spring of the season, and I'm going to be continuing that for the JV season as I'm taking on the head coaching role. But I believe our off-season program training, we really hit the ground running. We had pretty good attendance all throughout. Almost 40 kids every single day, which, as Hank said earlier, really isn't like or we had pretty low numbers. But we really turn that around this off-season program, and we plan on taking that straight to the season.
And then for sure. Year 3, starting from your now seniors in National Rock. You lost all your school guys from last year, but despite all that, your experience, even with you guys thinking you still have quite the connection from already.
Yeah, I mean, I was with them through middle school and my freshman year, and these guys, they're all playmakers. They can make stuff happen, and all I gotta do is just get them the ball and let them do their thing.
We've been meeting up and training, trying to find our timing together. And now I feel like we're better than we've ever been.
We said that as an offense pass losing William, obviously, there's a little bit of running, but in passing, you guys still return all your key guys.
I feel like we're going to have a very good throwing offense with me and Gucci, and new transfer Colton. I feel like we're going to have a lot of throwing yards.
Okay, you're out to the ball as well. Let's talk about you guys obviously. You guys turn the full start over the last year. Talk about receivers and under here a little bit.
Yeah, so this is our 4th year playing together. We know where we should be at all times. We know that at a certain spot I should be there, and I know that he'll get me the ball when I'm there. So I mean, we know exactly how we are to each other, and we know how to play. So I mean, I think we'll have a really good season this year. We'll have a lot of throwing offense, and I see a lot of yards going up on the field.
Did you guys know when you guys went out, you guys first time was in 1 week and last 2005?
Yeah, at the time we didn't know, but we found out very quickly. So it was something that a lot of our guys haven't done before. It was something really cool that we got to do. So hopefully we'll be able to do it again this year and just go even farther than last year.
Yeah, so Hudson is a small community, so that a lot of those people still have that involvement, still come around, come to games. A lot of the coaches on my staff played there. So yeah, we heard a lot. We heard from a lot of people. I mean, it was a very exciting season last year for us. It was crazy because of COVID, and it was different, but it was very, very exciting. And the excitement there is we're still building off of that. Our numbers are unbelievable right now, and it's just the support and everything is just there. So I think it's a good time to be at Hudson right now.
And do you feel like you guys need some time? Do you feel like it kind of has an edge over, maybe one that's more natural?
Yeah, absolutely. So I came from a school in Marion County, and it was a little different. It wasn't as close knit. Like we've got 3rd generation Cobras there walking the halls, So it's pretty cool. It's something that I don't know that a lot of people have. So it is very nice to be a part of. And the Hudson Tough motto that they have been preaching for years is a true statement. That the community is tough, the school is tough, the kids are tough, and it's just it's a great time to be there and be a part of the community.
And for Trent, Talk about the district. You guys are there Friday, Sunday. Any previous seats that have spoken on here said they see it as a viable district. I think you guys have the same mindset that it's just as winnable for you guys as anyone else in that district.
Yeah, I mean, we never know what we're going to get. We step out on that field, we just got to go out there and play 100%, and that's all we got to do. Hopefully win that game.
What do you think you guys around, similar numbers where, past years, you feel like it's a little bit, higher because maybe some felt like they didn't want to be around, trying to come out of football last year because of COVID, or is it kind of steady, the same numbers?
I feel like it's a little bit higher this year. I feel like we got more kids, younger kids stepping up, and with COVID last year, but I feel like we got more kids this year, and they're ready to go.
Who else just got out of practice?
Okay, we got switch up here. We got the 3 teams at the end. We're going to go 2-2 still. So we got Hernando and Pasco. Old rivalry. We're new here. So, Coach Garcia, we'll start off with you. Just talk about your second season and how obviously you took over and into COVID. Talk about this time around now, where you kind of see more of the team, be able to kind of get a better read on who you see out of this group.
Yeah. Last year, of course, for everybody was, a disaster. So we were up against it just like everybody else, but getting in a new offensive, defensive, and special team system, we only had a month before the first game. So we were, hitting the gas wide open there. With this group, it'll be the second year in the defensive system, and the offensive system hasn't really changed that much. Maybe probably 25% of it, but a lot of it is kind of the same stuff. So, but it did give us time to really get our, pay attention to the defense. I think that's the biggest takeaway between this season and last year is that last year we just had to have a ball and a mouthpiece and something to drink. Where this year that we're really paying attention to details, and that's kind of been the mantra so far.
You probably asked a million times, what's the difference between Hillsborough football and Hernando? I really, now, second year in, what do you feel like it is that difference?
There's a lot of pickup trucks in the parking lot. That's probably the main difference. And some of the kids miss practice because they work and they work around hay. And I wasn't very familiar with what you do with hay before I got here, but evidently it's important. So we do have some kids that do that. But honestly, kids are kids. I truly believe that. Yeah, kids are kids. We might have more numbers down there, probably 65, 70 kids. We're over here. We're in the low 50s. We're not completely, off one spectrum or the other. But I think the magic number is probably around 65, 50 to 65. So that's what we're pushing for. But as far as that, I don't know. I guess I'm an old school guy. I think football's football and kids are kids. So.
You guys talking about last night, you guys are the postseason, and you guys know the downside. When you talk about you guys are defining the success of your last season, what are your expectations now and this season rise?
Well, I think the biggest thing, expectation is just to keep the continuity. Kids understand, what's expected at practice in the school building, as well as when it's time to compete, So we just try to keep that going. Just, we always talk about building character and just, sorry about that. We're just talking about, is it good now? Okay, I'm sorry about that. So, the biggest thing is just trying to keep the continuity, and finally having an off season was a big deal. I think not having an off season last year really hurt, football period. But, I think we'd have, kids like ours, that, they just need to be, you got to touch them every day, and I think just kind of jumping off the couch last year and going into football, we really took a hit, in the culture we were trying to build. So I think having this off season this year really helped, and just to build that continuity of character and toughness and selflessness and hard work. And those are the expectations, and the guys are really buying into it, and we're having a lot of fun.
And talk about you guys actually on your head of the season, and that was the rivalry during 2000 when you talk about in the late 90s. Talk about rivalry maybe for radio, about people that are old school, they would say that's that's the game, like seeing us over here. Is this something that you guys will have any more angle?
Yeah, we're really excited about it, especially when I found out that my buddy Earl, is there. We battled a little bit, me and him and his dad, when I was down in Hillsborough. So when I found out he was there, I immediately called him, and I just heard about all the great rivalries, Pasco and Hernando had, back in the day. So I'd love to continue to renew that, just have fun, back and forth, and start to get the crowds, in there. I'm sure their community is a lot like ours, where they remember those days, try to get them out to the game and just have fun with these kids and try to get it going again. I think we're definitely on the way. I don't think any coach will ever tell you, we've arrived. We always talk about every single day. You never say the same. You either get better, you get worse, and you're always striving, for perfection. But we're definitely, night and day, different than what it was when my staff and I first got there, and we're really happy with the progress. Just the integrity of young men, the hard work, the accountability, the leadership that they're building. It's carrying over into the classroom, into the locker room, and we're really pleased with what we're seeing. And it's affecting the young kids too, which is key to a program. They do. They come out a lot. They show up at practices. We see them in the community. When we're out, doing fundraising, community service and things like that. And they always have something to say. They always, they want to make sure that everyone's, how's the team looking? How's the team looking? Because they care. And we want them to care. Because then they come out and these kids feel that love. You already know. Now I'm Howard. Yeah, they're always there. But I'm sure they got a circle too, so that's fine. Oh, I've known about that game, before I even,
even imagine being a coach at Pasco. You know, it's just, I think it was actually some service, I think actually voted as one of the greatest rivalries in Florida. You know, they get excited about it, we get excited about it. I mean, it's almost like, I mean, really, it's even more than a playoff game. You know, the excitement in the communities and people come out and, you know, the alumni that you see, you know, that they come out of the woodworks, they come back, you know, they come to the game. And I remember we went down there and, you know, the trucks were lined up around the gate and the lights and the horns blowing and barbecuing. And, you know, when we do it at Pasco, you know, even though it was COVID last year, I mean, it's packed as the stands can be, they were packed. But it's just so much fun. You just feel it, you know, I mean, just all around the energy of that game. And the kids really get excited.
Before the game, Before the game, the energy is definitely high. We always stay focused. We never get off task at all. We definitely go in thinking we're going to win always, no matter what. Always teammates humble as can be. We're working hard. No one slacks off. We always tell if someone's sitting down, we always have people humble, teammates lifting each other up. Not a single second we don't stop. We always all gas right there.
I guess it is a little bit tougher than the 5A district we were in last year. But I mean, our toughest opponent is probably cliche. It's us. You know, we got to take care of us. We play clean out here. We play really good attack. I want to play clean. I want to play hard. Limit penalties, protect the football, all that good stuff. But you know, it's, you know, we got the villages of the zone schedule as well. You know, one in Wiregrass, and then rivalry with Pasco with that. Got those athletes, so you know, I wanted to get that schedule tough because that's going to prepare you to get down the road.
And talk about who's going to release Najee Gates? I mean, do you have a stable backs? Is there somebody in mind that you have that will kind of be you know, per se, workhorse?
Yeah. Jordan Williams is going to run back this year, and we got Mita that's running back, and we got another one. Young kid to stay where they go to. But the strength of all is probably our football team should be up front of offensively. Chris Holder, Hayden, and Jake Holder, and Cole Nashua. We got some guys that strike you. You know, that's the easy time to have football there, but I hate looking in the past.
For Jordan.
Focused on me. I mean, he was a good player, but I feel like I could step up, do the role, get the job done, and pretty much help the team out.
And Chris, coaches talk about the offensive line as the strength of the team. Talk about that offensive line a little bit. I mean, talk about pretty close in group.
Yeah, we all brothers, and you know, we're every day together. We know each other every day like little kids, and we just ready to work, ready to go out and win.
And for Sam, you're the county's top linebackers. Talk about this defense. You guys have come back and feel like it's going to be even better from years ago.
Yeah, I think the defense is going to be 10 times better. We got 3 people who graduated, and we're gonna come back and it's going to be hard to work.
Coach, second real quick. Obviously, this year was all season here, but you definitely didn't back much when you look at all this schedule. So for those restrictions happened, you close to Orlando and Lakes,
Yeah, I just approach it kind of like Coach Garcia said. I just want us to be ready. With this point system, I didn't want to take any chances. Win or lose, I wanted to play good competition, and I wanted to know our kids are going to be ready. And just get these playoff points. That way at the end of the, whether we're district champs or not, I don't know if any other school is going to have the type of bonus points that we'd have. I just want our kids to be competitive, and I just want to give them a chance to get to the playoffs. That's the end goal. We always say that the regular season's the appetizer, but the playoffs, that's the main course. That's what we're trying to get to.
Is there anything you want to say to the circle, or is it just one?
Well, every game we take serious. Without a doubt, and we're going to have to take it serious. To compete, we don't take anybody lightly, and this schedule doesn't give us a chance to take anybody lightly. So we're going to approach every game with focus and effort.
For Ethan.
Heading into the season, I definitely think our offense is able to move the ball well. We've been working hard. We've changed up some things a little bit, but I think we're bouncing back right now. We're working hard every single day. Like Coach was saying, this year we have an off season, so we're taking advantage of it every second of it we can.
Let's talk about obviously Pasco story history. Is there something different about walking in there when you look up and it's a nice Tuesday champions? Is that kind of resonating with the other guys and kind of just trying to get back to Pasco?
Absolutely, we're just trying to be state champions again. Let's just hit people as hard as we can and get there.
Same question.
I think every day we go in the weight room, we put in work. We're a family as a team. We try our hardest to fight through the pain. It's mental. That's the key in your head. That it's really, really mental. When coach has a little session where we do GOC, and GOC will really tell who you are. Will really tell if you're gonna quit or not. Will really tell your character if you're loyal to Pasco or not. Some kids can't do it, but you gotta go out with the strongest. You gotta do it with the strongest.
And for Garcia, guys, your dad,
Should have said rather 11 wins. Should have said rather 11 wins.
There's a couple of stories where I see it too. Some of those, a little bit about football. He always tells me, he says, I never asked him for advice on once, but he's never asked me, we didn't want to come along. But he's doing well, they're doing well. We played actually 7-on-7, we go our facility kids down there. It's 2 weeks ago now. And we played 7-on-7 just us and him. And we had a good time, I think we got better. Fortunately, we don't want to be almost there.
Say that was actually the follow there. So you got to talk about
Absolutely. Yeah, I say that on 6 days we were down before it, and it didn't work out. But that's more than we want, sure.
Say that you guys something next season, absolutely trying to get.
Yeah. We did this season, made it to that season, and I don't know the classification of the movie or whatever, but I love the pictures down there, play on the dirt, play on the road.
is that something that you talked about? Still possible for you over there, or?
I don't know. I'd rather not have her, it's kind of like because of the lines. You never clean, never water, never fertilize it, all the same thing. But I think if you have a good top field out of the grass, it's hot, and it's something like to be slick. But now, if they want to put some money in that, they're like a lot.
Follow on that, when we think about kind of moving into our church tables around the chamber area, Steinbrenner, Leonard, CCA,
You know, we were actually just talking about that out in the lobby, and you know, when you have to paint your own field, you know, you say to yourself, "Oh man, I wish we had turf," you know, dealing all the time. But like I said, if you had the choice, I mean, a great grass field just gives better. I mean, you know, better cuts on it, and whatnot. I mean, but you know, that artificial turf, you know, it is pretty. It is a lot less maintenance, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I see both sides of it. I mean, if someone wants to come in and do a turf field, God bless them, you know, for sure. But you know, if I had the choice and someone else can maintain it for me, I'd keep a nice grass field.
Honestly, I have to say, we're up the linebacker spot. I just think they got more of those guys than the other groups. The other groups should be good. It's too early to tell. I mean, you know, it's too early to tell. We're still learning. We're still basic football right now. I mean, basically, stands, start, line, key. We're doing all that. So, you know, defense is such an effort deal. It's you know, you gotta love each other. You gotta get tight with each other because it's an effort deal. It's an effort deal, and you know, usually it's just the best defense I've had is a real tight group. You know, we lost James Burton in the secondary last year. Heck of football there going on, and we lost Sean Bingham on outside linebacker. We lost other than that, everybody's just come back. Some of those guys might have to go on offense, but you know, if you play your defense pretty good, you use pretty good. You know, it's just you're not triggered too much.
Thank you, guys.
We all get questions. So. We all get
It's hard to say right now, honestly. You know, my personality calling the play sometimes, which is kind of counterintuitive because I play quarterback myself, but it's hard to talk myself out of, you know, running the football, handing the football off, especially since some of the guys that we've had running the football, you know, getting 4 yards, you know, it sounds pretty good to me. I'm the type of guy that when you throw the ball, you know, there's 2 things that can happen, or 3 things that can happen, only one of them are good. So I don't know about pass heavy, but it has nothing to do with, you know, with Fahey. We also lost Dedrick Hall, who's probably one of the best receivers ever played in this county. And you know, losing him is a pretty big deal. But we have you know, two younger guys, 2 sophomores. One of them is really talented, and the other one's a smart, gritty football player. So we're still gonna throw the football, you know, probably more than anybody else in our county. But I wouldn't say throw it a lot. But and offensively, we're young. We're young everywhere. I think we might have 8 to 10 sophomores that are going to be starters this year on varsity. So you know, it's going to be interesting, but I think you'll see, you know, more of the same of what we normally do.
What is the linebacker core? It seems like one of the strengths on the team of that Brady. I mean, you got a lot of guys with experience at that position.
Yeah, we have out of our 4 linebackers, you know, 2 of them, well, really 3 of them are going to be seniors. 2 of them have played quite a lot of football, but you know, we have Caleb and Brady in the middle. Caleb, you know, came in last year when our outside linebacker Chingy got hurt, and he missed every game since Hernando, so he missed basically the whole season last year, and so we had to move Brady to outside linebacker, and Caleb stepped in and played the entire year, so he's basically the starter returning. And then Brady was the second leading tackler on the team last year. And, you know, our outside linebacker, Chingy or Fabian Burnett, he missed all last season, but as a sophomore the year before, he had a great season. He was in the top 5 in tackles. So all those guys are pretty experienced, and all of them are very athletic, run very well, and are able to do the things within our base defense that we need them to do. And probably the strongest part of our defense, you know, and I don't know if that's even debatable.
And Coach Gerald, talk about this team. You guys return all the time from last season, playoff team. You guys ran up against a very good eliminator season, postseason. I mean, what's the score for the Bulldogs this fall? Do you feel like this is pretty much better than last year?
With the kids from last year, including all the kids when they were juniors, they made a good run. Went Jones to the team. And then now we're seeing them, so expectations have definitely gotten higher, and we're excited to see what we're going to do.
For Jackson, let's talk about the offense. You got playmakers, you're at home again, and talk about your first practice. Where do you was that? Obviously, it's all 7-on-7, and you guys have time to get together to build.
We're doing pretty good right now. We've been working a lot on this off season. We go like on the weekends outside of practice and work together. So I think we're going to be pretty good this year. Yeah.
For Hawaii, you just offered recently a Charlotte.
Yes, I just did it.
Talk about you getting that out of focus in your eye and feel problems.
Yes, sir, exactly. Yes, definitely a lot of pressure put off me, so I can focus on the team and where I want to be at with the whole team for the playoffs and stuff. You know, I want to get the playoffs and everything. So it's definitely.
How good is this team? Do you feel this is better than last year? More talented?
Yes, sir. The offseason definitely, and we've been working together since all 4 years. We've been together, so definitely better, yeah, for sure.
To the offense, top of the defense, what are the strengths?
Well, Zephyr Hills is always really good when it comes to like the defensive side of the ball. But I think this year we're really going to be like really good, like especially in the trenches. We work really hard together as like a group to make sure to like maximize our abilities.
Any challenges you see, any disadvantages you see with
No, I think Minnesota's including on top. I mean, all the district games, they're all must-win games. Those teams are all talented.
Okay, with the discussion came up earlier today, the preseason class, I'm looking forward to is going down the road and play TCA on their field. This is a long way game for the community wanted to see. If you haven't seen this in close, something that you have to strap on the go.
Say that one more time.
Looking forward to facing TCA in the preseason class like this. The community is really behind something the goal to see a game like this with the two schools and now time.
Yeah, we don't just play ZC, we play games with girls. So we're looking to be competitive with both those teams.
Will the third game be the guys?
We played the same last year.
Okay, now with topic also with the COVID year, it's not been a strict class, and I don't like that they didn't have that spring and that off season and getting the fall started on time.
Well, Well, the senior class, last year we started July 1st, and then this year we couldn't be on campus the whole summer. So these guys have really had a true off season throughout the summer. But we took what we could get out of it, and we spent a lot of time together as a group. We practice in the mornings and practice at night for 7-on-7. So I guess the biggest thing is that we just got to take one game at a time and see how this thing rolls.
And you guys get to do something that you do every year that's pretty unique to Saturday Night Lights event tomorrow night. Talk a little bit about that, how important that is to your kids, to the community, and how much fun that is.
Yeah, because I mean, normally the practice is always closed to the public. And when I got this ever noticed, I thought it was something pretty unique and cool to do. It's just like the NFL teams do. They open up practice, get the fans out there, and so all of our families, they get to come out and watch practice. It's the first day hitting, it's under the lights, and what a great atmosphere for the first day hitting contact with us.
Replacing him is probably going to be very hard, but we do have like 2 or 3 people that should be pretty good this year.
You guys had Morgan and Trent in the back last year, and some guys are going to step up there, and obviously, like what John said, running football, and sequel, first football, there's some guys that need back.
Christian Cromer, he's very good. And then Alan Ho's starting to play some running back, and we should be solid back there.
Okay, and Coach Jones.
Yeah, Christian Cromer is probably one of the best football players we've had at Nature Coast. He started last year as a freshman defensive end. And he's about 6 foot, maybe 220, 225, and a lot more agile than you think. Actually, he reminds me a lot of Mike Weston as far as the way that he runs the ball and how nimble he is for being as big as he is. And he's gonna be very good. He's gonna be very, very good. He plays both ways. Hopefully, we'll find a way to be able to rest him enough one way or the other. But he's going to be a pretty darn good football player. He catches the ball well out of the backfield. He's got good hands, and he just sees things very well. We just went to a team camp, and we're able to scrimmage some people full pads, and he ran the ball very well. He's getting better. He ran the ball very well in the spring too against Countryside. I think he had 140 or 150 yards on maybe 12, 14 carries or something like that. But he's gonna be very good. And then Alan Ho will also be a running back. He's very athletic. He was our safety last year. He's still gonna be our safety this year. But he's just gonna be our next running back in. He's done a good job. He's got very good hands as well out of the backfield doing those things. So those two guys together will do a pretty good job replacing Kenyatta and Anthony Treffer. They're just one of them's not quite as big as the other two, but Christian Cromer's going to be very good. He's going to be very good for a long time.
And this year, you guys, you have obviously you guys
I mean, if you look back in the past, yeah, I would say that. But every season is different. You don't know what everybody's going to have. It's different every year. And a lot of these teams we're playing this year are new. In the past we've had the same teams in our district. Really, I think for the last 4 years. And so to be able to play some new people and go over there and play some people that are different. And it should be fun. I think Zephyr Hills is definitely probably the best team in our district, and those are the people we're gonna have to beat if you want to be champions. But obviously, you gotta win them all if you want to be a champion. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to getting this thing started.
Obviously, you guys,
Yeah, he did a great job with his numbers called. He played receiver. And then we changed TJ and put him as receiver, put Jackson and quarterback. And he plays baseball. He's a really good athlete. And I just thought that was the best thing for our team and for him. And to where we get the ball back in some other guys' hands. And I ran the ball a lot more at the beginning because I wanted to make him feel comfortable. So some pressure was on him. So we rushed the ball, I think, for 30 touchdowns. So we ran the ball more last fall than we had in the past. I can't say that again. Yeah, our defense played pretty well. We were able to make some checks, and we got three big, I think, touchdowns on throws, and then we threw in the wire from TJ. So we went in there, and their game line was really good. They did graduate our kids from that great team that they had. So we knew that they had to plug a lot of other kids in, and we found ways to take advantage of some of it, and we put our best foot forward, and we played 3 quarters with them. I mean, that's we would absolutely like to see that. In the couple years past, we haven't had 1,000. We're close. I think it was already at 956 or something. And then he didn't play again the last. Was it past Bill? I think it's the last week he didn't play. But we've already have our goals, and that's definitely one of his goals. And then on the other side, on the flip side, he gets tired. He's developed. He's had a great offseason, and then in the summer. 7-on-7, and he's going to carry some of that load too, which means he's tired.
Well, personally, I think this is one of the best defense I've played on, since I've been playing football. And I think it's more because we've built a brotherhood out at Zephyr Hills. So we worked all last year, and right after the Jones game, that Monday we were back to work, and we just been working with each other and just building friendship. We hang out outside of practice, we work out outside of practice, we worked out during school. We just became each other's best friends. So before we actually go out, it's dead silent in the locker room. You can hear a pin drop. Everybody's locked in. Everybody's either listening to their music or just sitting on their own, just making sure we all have the same goal, just to win the football game. And then going out during warm-ups or whenever the game first starts, or when I go to the coin toss and all that, and turn around and seeing all our fans and family out there, it really feels really good.
Jackson is the guy that has the lead on offense. Theo's is the leader in the middle, and McGuire is also the leader on both sides of the ball. And I think these guys play what it takes to be great. And they did a great job working on all seasons, and they trust us to all us. And I like having some other guys here, so these guys are no longer going to like them. We're going to change it.
Most of those front four played last year. They subbed in last year, so they're used to the atmosphere of playing on that level. In our linebacking core, Caleb played last year a lot. Cheney was hurt last year, but he played his sophomore year. And then we have another outside linebacker who just played up, but he's been playing. So our front seven, our front eight should be very strong. We're all used to playing. Everyone, we have a great atmosphere, and we've all played together younger. So, and even our secondary is really good with Allen back there. We have two corners that are young, but they're really getting the hang of playing and being a part of the team. So we're looking really strong on defense.
Coach, you mentioned you guys are always and these guys are freshmen last year. They're obviously some questions for our team. Would you guys say to these guys that conference ball to set up maybe start
it really helped with having the off season, the spring lifting. So they're not nervous anymore. They understand, and they're used to playing. Like they've been lifting with us in spring, doing 7-on-7 with us. So they're prepared for what's like for a full season, for all 10 games, like full like games. You know what I mean? So they're excited to play, and they're having a great time getting ready and all that. So. Yeah.
All right, we're all set. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We hope that you enjoyed tonight's live coverage. Go ahead and toss us a like, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss any of the upcoming action on the Gulf Coast Sports Network, including our live broadcast for the 2021 football season. For Wild Bill Lizer working the other station tonight, I'm Will Wilkie. We'll see you next time.